What's good, YouTube? What is going on? What is good? Welcome to another edition, Friday Night Sports Talk, where we talk about all sports, but we're going to focus more on boxing today. And today, we got a special guest, as you see on the screen. We got my man right here out of Brooklyn, New York, my man Bruce Shu Shu Covington. What's going on, Shu Shu? What's going on, bro? Carrington, my fault there. I'm nervous. I'm not fighting or anything, you feel me? But what's good, Shu Shu?
Hey man, listen, you only get one. Mess up my name another time, man. Me and you gonna need a couple rounds, man.
I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Hey, I told you, you're Puerto Rican, man. He tried to pull that, didn't he? I told you.
Nah, man, it's all good. It's all good. But yo, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. You know what I mean? This is it's the night show, man. It's the night show. The Shu Shu show never ends. And we got the Shu Shu show on the night show right now. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have some fun with it, man.
You already know. And, my man Sock got us with the hook up here. Sock said he'd known you since you was like 6 or 7 years old. I don't know if he's capping or not. And, I'm going to let my man Sock kind of like take the lead on this because he's known you, for what is that, like 15 years now? So
it's been almost 20.
20. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He's 26, yeah.
Yeah. So, Shu Shu was like a prodigy in New York. He was like I don't know if you guys, I know D for you old enough. Tiger Woods was on Johnny Carson. I think he was like 5 years old, swinging a golf club. Same thing with Shu Shu. He would be at the fights. I remember on the BVO Boxing on the Butler shows, and he had an 8-pack when he was like in kindergarten. And he's talking about I got a fight coming up, and it was just I've never seen anything like this before, and like there are people that are on this that are born on this earth to do special things, and you can see that at a young age, So I'm really proud of him, to see where he's at right now, and to know that sky's the limit in terms of his career and what he's got, in the future.
Thank you.
Well, Shu Shu, real quick before we get started, I would just ask you the obvious question, right? That that probably everybody asks you.
Okay.
Why boxing? Why, out of all the sports, why you chose boxing?
Man, it's funny. I thought you was gonna ask why the name Shu Shu. Everybody asks you that one, but
I'll get to that in a minute because I know the meaning of Shu Shu. Not many people know what the meaning of Shu Shu means. But go ahead.
True. That's true. But why boxing? Boxing runs deep in Brownsville. I come from the Brownsville neighborhood of Brooklyn, and it comes from with champions like Mike Tyson, Zab Judah, Riddick Bowe, Daniel Jacobs, just to name a few. And it's very extensive. So that was already something that I was already interested in, just watching it. But I wouldn't say I took it up as wanting to have it be a profession of mine up until I would say, once I stepped in the gym and really had my first sparring session. Like I really decided to box. Well, my dad put me in the gym because like kids used to try to like bully me in school and whatnot. But and I was like a short, scrawny kid, nice kid. And, my dad never seen no type of, mean streak in me at the time. But whenever I would get bullied or tried to get bullied, the bullies would get beat up. You know what I mean? Like I handled myself pretty well without any type of, fighting or boxing experience. So he's like, dang, like, mind you, they'd be 2 times my size sometimes. And I'm like, dang, like, what the heck? My little Shu Shu doing this thing. He fighting back and defending himself, whatever. I put a little smirk on his face. But so he brings me to the gym and, I'm seeing a couple guys that I see on TV. Like I'm seeing Curtis Stevens. I'm seeing Luis Collazo. He was world champion at the time. I'm seeing Paulie Malignaggi, Shannon Briggs. I'm seeing all these guys and I'm just like starstruck. So that's one of the main reasons why I stayed going to the gym, just to be around those guys. But first sparring session, I was probably like a good month and a half in. There was a kid that started about a week before I did. And, he was just annoying me, trying to compete with every little thing that I did. And, trying to get on the bike and, use the bike before I did and do little petty little kid stuff. And I went to coach one day. I'm like, I want to spar him. Let's spar. You know what I mean? Because he get me mad. Like, he get me tight. Let's spar. And we sparred. And when I tell you, it was like just natural instinct for me to be able to just fight in the fire. Like, I always like was the type of person to embrace the fire. I wasn't scared to get hit. I always, like, nobody ever taught me how to weave and dodge punches around that time. And I beat up the kid so bad he never came back to the gym. That was the moment I knew. I was like, oh yeah, this is it for me. And I was learning so fast. I was picking up on a lot of the basics pretty quick. I'm like, yeah, this is what I need to do for the rest of my life because I love it.
What was the first gym your dad took you to?
Oh, Star City Boxing Club. That was when it was open. You know, Jimmy O'Farrell, he was the owner of the gym.
Rest
And
in
my
peace.
first, yeah, word. You know, my
Good
first
man.
trainer was Greg Dyer. He's trained a few guys alongside, but like never really was a head coach for anybody. I would think that was notable, but you know, decent guy that helped me with my foundation.
Hey, you know, Brooklyn's been on fire, man. I gotta ask you a non-boxing question, man. Yeah, I gotta ask you this, man. How good is Chef G, man? A lot of people
Chef
don't know about Chef G.
G, who's Chef G?
From
Oh, you talking the
him and
rapper?
Sleeping Hollow.
You
Yeah,
talking the rapper? Oh, yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Y'all big, but oh yeah, nah, Chef G smooth. I like his music. He's smooth. I like
you
it a
like him
lot.
or Sleeping Hollow better? Which one you like better? Him or Sleeping Hollow?
That is definitely tough because it's weird. I think I like both of them the same. To be honest, like they're on the same level to me. Like when I hear the CP Hollow, when I hear his music, you know, they bring similar feels. Well, really, this like it's similar feels, but it's still something different about each two. I mean, each one of them, in my opinion. But I don't know. They give me the same feel though. I can't really say. They kind of even to me.
Yeah, I'll ask you this. So, what do you feel about what's going on in Brownsville where they kind of gentrifying? How does that make you feel, man? Because it's not the same Brownsville it was when you was a kid at all. It's a whole different place.
It's you know, it's pros and cons. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because it's like when you gentrify, when you're trying to gentrify Brownsville, it's like, man, like you be losing that rough, that that you know what I mean, that real attitude era of Brownsville. The real dogs come out, like, you know what I mean. I feel like I'm probably like some of the last, like put me and other few people in my generation are like the last of the Mohicans for real. When it
Yeah,
comes
for real,
to
yeah.
that attitude for real, you know what I mean? So I don't know, when you kind of just watering it down, you kind of take a lot away from it and to take the uniqueness of Brownsville. But you know, I understand in other ways it's for the greater good in terms of like, crime, bringing crime down and stuff like that, which is actually most important, stuff like that. I would say, a different type of look and influence on Brownsville. Like it's just gonna be, it's pros and cons to it. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't really say I don't like it or I do like it. I just feel like it's just the natural order of things, man. At some point, things is gonna change.
So, one thing has always been a big rivalry, the Ville versus East New York. Who would you say you fit on that, man? Would you say you an East New York guy or you from the Ville?
I'm from Brownsville, bro. What you?
Come on, man.
It's
It's a dope
so
question,
close.
bro.
It's so close,
Come on, son. That's
Yeah.
real bias, man. You know what I mean?
He got family. He got family in East New York, so he trying to
I lived in East New York though. I lived in East
Yeah.
New York for some time. I was right on Linden Boulevard and Astor Street, right on that corner, right over there, 804 Astor Street. I used to live right over there for some years. But come on, son, Brownsville, come on, like it's night and day,
real
baby.
Shu
Come on.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
boy Tyrone. He in Brownsville. That's
yeah, man.
Let me
It's,
ask
it's
you.
certain Brownsville is a certain neighborhood to where certain people won't even want to walk through that neighborhood at a certain time of night, man. It's like,
There we go.
come on now.
Hey, why? What made you chose Top Rank as a promotional company coming out of the amateurs?
Well, I will say, like, me, I had the opportunity to be able to really look at some of my stablemates that turned pro before I did, like Chris Colbert, Shakur Stevenson, Nikita Bobby, Rashad Matty, Who else? There's a few guys. There's a few guys that came up, with me or in the same gym as me. And I was just got a chance to just watch them turn pro before I decided to turn pro. And I got to look at, Eve Richardson Hitchens is another name. And I got to look at like how everybody's like route was going and what in the different promotional companies and what the promotional companies had to offer. And you know what I'm saying? Little things how they moved. And one thing I noticed about Top Rank is the fact that like they were mostly at the top of their game throughout all of the years that they've been, in the business. And one thing I really liked was they were the first and really only ones that were super active during COVID. Like they had the bubble rocking almost every week. Every week we had fights. And then you seen a lot of the prospects coming up. Now prospects are getting heavy names. Like Jared Anderson made a good name around during that time. Sanders Zayas made a good name around that time. Edgar Berlanga made a good name around that time. That's when he became the monster. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to see a lot of these guys very often. And I'm just like, okay, so they really know how to build prospects. And sure, I'm gonna be coming up as a prospect. So, and then on top of that, that ESPN platform, crazy. Everybody, when they want to watch some sports, they want to, man, ESPN got the news. That Sports Center top 10. You get the opportunity to be on that Sports Center top 10. And my third fight, I got a knockout over Yuri Andujar, and it went viral. And where did that land me? On Sports Center top 10. Like, popularity went crazy right after that time too. So, man, they offered me they offered a lot of things, and they just struck my interest more than any other promotional company at the time.
That's my favorite thing about you, man. You be in there kicking ass, but then you talk like a politician. I love that about you, man.
It's funny you say that.
He's polished.
It's funny you say that
Thank you.
because Sock has told me we spoke to Commissioner Gordon a couple months ago, I think it was, and
Yeah, that's my man. That's my guy.
Everybody's he's mad cool. He's mad fun to talk to. Everybody says you're one of the nicest guy in the industry right now. Like nobody has said a bad thing about you. Why is that?
I mean, I don't know, man. Listen, I'm the type of dude that I'm me, man. I'm real thorough. Is what you see is what you get. I don't cause no issues. I don't start no problems. I ain't with the drama. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, bro, I just do what I got to do. Try to inspire others. Continue to pray to God and make sure that I don't get no big head and nothing like that, because I understand that praise is not meant for man. All praise is due to God. And that right there, then I also pray that, God continue to keep the people around me, real, thorough and transparent with anything that I do wrong. And all of that stuff keep me grounded, So that's just kind of what it is for real.
That's what's up.
I got a dumb question, man. Will we ever get to see you in Africa fight?
Say it again.
Will we ever get to see you in Africa fight at some point, you think?
Me and Av, he 140.
Hitchens? Nah.
Yeah, he's my Hitchens. Yeah, that's my boy too, man. I ain't.
No, I was wondering, Mike Tyson always said, if you love me, fight me. So I was just wondering, would you ever...
Right. If you make the money, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean, but nah. He too big, bro. He 140, man.
He's at 140, bro.
I ain't even touched 130 yet. I'm comfortable at 126. Yeah, y'all over here trying to jump me up 3 weight classes.
You already put him on a higher pedestal.
What we do, man. When we see that type of skill, man, it's rare because you're a slick fighter, but it also we can see that ring generalship, that's not an everyday thing. That might be light to you, but it's pretty impressive, man. You really, really are smooth in the ring. For a guy without a ton of fights, man, I'm telling you, I've been impressed with what I'm seeing, man. You're really gonna be champion one day.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, and I truly do believe that, man. I really believe that I will become champion in the next year and a half. I would say, you know what I mean, because I really do believe that, my style and what I bring to the table is undeniable, and I'm very aware of that. I know what I bring to the table to my fan base. I know how I present myself, and I know how marketable I can be. So, you know what I mean? And to be honest, more than anything, I really believe in myself. I really believe in, everything that I bring to the table. And I feel like guys that's fighters like me, like, it's a breath of fresh air, because I ain't with the showboating. I ain't with the games. I ain't with the flashy flash. I ain't with none of that. Like, I'm straight business. Like y'all gonna see me fight. You know, I might have a little swag when I fight or whatever, but I'm all business. I'm angry up when I'm in there. So and everybody feel that energy. It's gonna always be an exciting fight when y'all watch
Your
Shu Shu
throwback.
Carrington.
You
Yeah.
know, I would love to see. I would love
Throwback.
to see you one day against my guy Brendan Figueroa. How would that fight go if you and
Oh
Fig
yeah,
got
man. I love to fight Brandon Figueroa. That dude is an active guy. You know what I mean? He throws a lot of punches, but you know, there's ways to, you know, stop that. There's ways to slow that down. That's why Mayweather has been able to be successful with all of his 50 fights. No matter who he fought, how many punches they threw, he ended up making sure that they slowed down their pace and they fought his pace. So this thing is all about strategy. It's all about, you know, being the technician in there. And yeah, I've already figured out ways to deal with that.
Yeah, let me ask you this. I know you don't know your boxing, man. Who you think won that fight between Floyd and Castillo the first time?
Oh man, I still have Floyd winning a close fight, 115-113.
Oh,
But yeah, no, I still have Floyd winning that close
yeah.
fight. Just cause like he was landing more of the effective eye-catching shots early on. Like he stole a lot of early rounds before Castillo was able to really start to put leather on Mayweather and make it a closer fight. But Mayweather took too many early rounds to where it was like, all right, like, you know, people forget it's round by round. It's not who gets beat up the worst. It's round by round, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah.
Provodnikov and Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley got beat up worse that fight, but Provodnikov lost a lot of those rounds. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to kind of think about it and look at it when you're watching these fights. And Mayweather definitely won that fight. In my opinion, 115-113. The second fight, though, he made sure he put the nail in the coffin, though.
Yeah.
I know you said you when you went to the gym you saw Polly and you saw Shannon Briggs and all that. But who was the fighter that you looked up to when you was coming up?
So my favorite boxer coming up, as I would say up until I was 13, 14, it was Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, you know, he's that. Come on, that's Brownsville's finest.
Over Big Daddy Bo?
Come on. I mean, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
That's
Brown.
stop guessing, man.
Big Daddy Bo, I will say, was more technical than Tyson, right? And Big Daddy Bo was nice, but it was more than just a fighter with Tyson. Like it was his whole character, his whole personality, his out the ring antics, and he was just always must watch TV, even if he wasn't inside the ring. And that is what people don't realize. Like that's just as valuable as your performance inside the ring. Like, bro, like that man was just so interested in it. And he's so intense. Like, even to this day, like you're watching your words to not offend him with certain things because he'll just snap. You know
He
what
allowed
I'm
to
saying?
throw
Like, get a
hands
little
still, yeah.
emotional, and you like, all right, let me chill out. Like, he's just naturally an intense guy. You know what I mean? And I love that. Like, I like, you know, like being around that type of energy for real. And you know, because my dad had me around a lot of guys that was like that in Brownsville. Like, there's other Mike Tysons in Brownsville.
So you've been around a lot of villains, huh?
You know, say it again.
You've been around a lot
He's
of
been around
villains.
all the villains. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, word. So son, there's a lot of there's a lot of Mike Tysons in Brownsville. You know what I mean? Like it's just Tyson is just one of the ones that just made it worldwide and, you know, became an icon. But yeah, man. But after I was 13 years old, I would say for the rest of my career and for the rest of my life, even to this day, has been Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was just more so someone that I gravitated towards because his style of fighting fit my body type. At the time, I used to fight like Tyson. I wanted to be in the inside, and that's why y'all kind of see my comfortability in a ring. I can fight in the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like I can, you know, do what I want in the inside because I used to like want to fight in the inside like Tyson. But then Floyd, I get the little mixture, and you'll see me do a little shoulder roll here. You'll see me use the ring and use my feet from time to time because that's, you know, I used to really study Floyd, and I felt like his style fit me more so than Tyson's at the time. And now is just like a good mixture of both.
How did you feel about Robisi losing like that?
Man, that was tough. I ain't gonna lie to you, that was tough to watch, man. You know, but I became a fan of Rafael Espinoza because that was an incredible performance on his behalf. That's how you beat a champion if you want to become champion. Like he really fought that last round, especially like he was fighting for his family. Like he had rent to pay. You know what I mean?
He closed the show. He
He
definitely
closed the show
yeah.
in emphatic fashion, man.
Yeah.
And he slowed Robesi down. He had a great game plan. The way he fought it, the style he fought Robesi was perfect. He would, lax in his defense from time to time. That's why Robesi would catch him with some good shots, drop him, hurt him a couple times. And then he also sprained his ankle in the 6th round or something like that.
I think the 6th when he got knocked down in the 6th round.
Bro.
And I think
he beat him, so he sprained it. Wow, that's a beating.
That was an amazing performance, bro.
He
threw
got lucky
120
at the end of the round.
He threw 120 punches in the 12th round. In the 12th round, you're in shape to do 120 punches. Very impressive, bro.
Yeah.
Super impressive. That guy, he really struck my interest, and I would definitely love to fight him as well, too.
Sock?
I mean, just sitting back and listening to you. You are a student of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like I dare to say a boxing nerd, right?
Definitely.
How much? Well, you mentioned Floyd. How much studying do you do? Like as far as like watching opponents or when you're not in camp, like how is it that you're preparing yourself?
I definitely watch my opponents like probably like the day or the next day I get notified that that's what I'm fighting. I like to be 100% prepared, have plan A, B, C all the way through Z, and to make sure like I'm just totally because I adapt regardless. I'm a person that adapts regardless, but I don't like to take too long to adapt, and try to lose any rounds and nothing like that. Like my goal was to try to win as all rounds if possible. So yeah, man. Like I honestly feel like it's good that me and my coach and the rest of my team, everybody on my team, we dissect our opponent. We bring people in camp that fight similar to my opponent, and then we just build game plans off of that.
Because there's different philosophies. There's some guys that never watch. I just leave it up to my coach. How do you think that just that you yourself observing what you're gonna have in front of you, has that helped you out? Obviously up to now, but what did you know sorry, what exactly made you say, you know what, I prefer to watch my fights as opposed to letting my coach?
I mean, well, everybody has their own perspective. I look at it like, my coach might see something and I might see something and he might see something that I don't see. I might see something that he don't see. So I like to like bring both perspectives together. So we're like, oh, dang, I didn't see that. We could work on this too. And that just makes it, does make you better prepared because your coach is not going to see everything. You know what I mean? And sometimes, and plus you're the fighter, you're in there, you know what you're capable of doing. So it's like, okay, I could bring this to my coach and we communicate on what, we see. And then we come up with a game plan. Me and Coach K, we communicate. Our communication is great. Like, I know exactly what he wants me to do before he tells me what he wants me to do. Before he tells me to do it, he doesn't really have to break down too much for me to understand what he wants me to do. Even and plus like my comprehension when in his instructions is like it's real simple, you know what I mean? So Coach K and I's communication is great, and I feel like that's the main thing that'll help us continue to prepare for anybody that we step in the ring with.
Hey Bruce, I want to ask you a quick question. There's a monster coming. I know a lot of people say they hear the Jaws music in the background. I'm just wondering, man, are you ready for that guy that's coming?
You can say his name. Hey.
You my brother, man. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to offend you. But when you hear about Monster Anyway coming up, are you a little nervous about it, or what do you think?
Man, listen, I am a type of dude. I'm one of them Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford type of dudes where it's like I want to fight the best. I believe in myself, and I just want to continue to show the world that I'm the best, and I want to fight and beat everybody, and and show everybody that I am who I say I am. So it's just one of them friendly matchups, to where alpha versus alpha type thing, and it's a respectable thing. No, I wouldn't say I'm nervous, but I would definitely be super excited to be in a ring with him. I know I'm ready. But granted, I understand like I only got 10 fights in. I got to build my marketability, blah, blah, blah. So I understand and respect the game. So I know it's going to be time, up until I, fight guys on that caliber. But me, I know what I bring to the table. And also, I study him as well, too. To be honest, I'm a fan of him in a way. I'm so much of a fan that I study every little thing about him. And I notice little habits that he has and that he has not changed. And fighting a guy like me would be very dangerous for him.
Do you see the Mayweather in him?
The Mayweather in him?
Yeah.
In terms of what?
As far as, I would say he's more like Pretty Boy in the fact of how he likes to mix it up. He's kind of willing to throw a little bit more. Not when he was hurt, but like full, when Floyd had everything.
I can see where you're making the Floyd comparison because he was more explosive around that time and willing to mix it up more. I see that, but I don't know. I feel like it's just more of a uniqueness to him. I can't really compare him to Pretty Boy Floyd. I feel like he brings some uniqueness to him. Pretty Boy Floyd was explosive, but that man is. I think he's more explosive than Pretty Boy Floyd was, and the way he like really sets himself up and always properly planted when he's throwing his shots. He has great leverage and great technique with his shots. So I think it's a little different. I really can't compare him with Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah, and you've been in the gym with some of the best people, man. Whether it's Africa, I know you've been in there with Shakur, and I know. Have you ever been in there with T.O. at all?
Nah, never been there with T.O. yet. I haven't worked with T.O. yet, but we be training.
Right?
Say, oh yeah, I have plenty of rounds with Keyshawn.
Yeah. I figured, yeah.
Yeah, plenty of rounds with Keyshawn. Me and T.O. we work in the same gym now, so probably we get something done. We gotta get something ready.
Yeah.
And Vega's been home now.
Do you like the way they're moving you as far as the type of opponents that you're getting, or you wanted to be a little bit tougher?
No, I like. I mean, to be honest, they gave me a good step up my last fight. Ain't nobody, certain guys ain't fighting for them title challenges in their 10th fight. So I feel like they moving me right. I don't feel like it's like I'm being held back. I'm just making my opponents look how they look because I am who I am. That's just what it is. People just don't want to, respect it. They keep saying, "Oh, give them tougher fighters." They are giving me tougher fighters, and I'm doing what I got to do. So, what I mean? I'm fine. I'm happy with how they moving me.
Your last opponent has been in the ring with Valdez, went 12 with Valdez, and he went 10 with Adam Lopez and Christopher Diaz, and you ended him in 2 rounds. I mean, and that was a worthy opponent, and that moved you up. I believe you're now ranked 11 in the WBO.
Correct. Yeah. That definitely put a lot of eyes on me, man, and I felt like I needed to make a statement because I wanted to show everybody that I'm on a different level. Yeah. Like, granted, these guys has done what they've done in the game, and they get that respect. That's what's up. Yeah. They get that, they did all their achievements. That's what's up. They all their accolades. But, bro, my time is now. And it's my time, and I'm about to take over the game, man. I always said to myself, and me and my dad, we was always like, yo, like, everybody having fun right now. This is their time to get as much as they're going to get. Once I turn pro, it's over. Nice. It's the Shu Shu show, and we come in to do damage.
The one who rises above all.
That's right. That's right.
What's that?
That is the Egyptian meaning. That is the Egyptian meaning of Shu Shu. Yes. Man, like I throughout everything I've been through in my life, man, all of the ups and downs, all of the, even me like losing my brother, to gun violence and everything, and still being able to kind of use that energy of anger and everything as motivation to be able to put on for myself, my family, for my hood and everything like that. I just look at that saying and I'm like, okay, like it seems pretty fitting. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like even
and that's why, that's the Forever Ike is what you're referring to. So they know,
If I could ask you one last thing, I want to ask you, man, how big a role does your faith play into your life, man? Because it looks like that's a very important thing to you.
Oh, definitely, man. It's super important. It's 100%. Because without faith, man, I'm nothing. I put all my faith in God. I put all the work in. He's given me a gift, and I'm gonna continue to appreciate it. And and groom, and treat it. I mean, I'm just gonna continue to show God that I appreciate the gift that He's given me, and my faith in God, whatever road He takes me into, I understand that it's God's plan, it's not my plan, because my plan might take me somewhere I don't even need to be. You know what I mean? So my faith plays a big part in my life, big part in boxing, big part in my day-to-day. You know, I just feel like I remember when I was getting ready and, you know, for the Olympics in 2020, you know, I won the whole Olympic trials and, you know, got on the team and did everything I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit, no Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay, qualifiers got pushed back another year. Then the qualifiers get canceled, no Olympics. Dang, so what are we going to do? Shu, you can't go to the Olympics. We got to take the guys that was number one back in 2019. I'm like, dang, like, bro, like, I done trained all my life for this, and this door's going to get closed in front of me. Like, I always wanted to become an Olympian, like, you know, but I just kept the faith because I know he had other plans for me. And then what's the first thing that comes up? My pro debut, fighting on the undercard of Tyson Fury and Wilder 3. You know, like, that was major. And I was like, wow, okay. So I'm super glad that, you know, things happen the way they happen at the end of the day.
Nice.
I got one last thing for you. It's not really a question. I just want to say, I see you a real student of the game. You got a good head on your shoulders. Man, keep doing what you're doing. You got the whole TWT family behind you. We support you 100%, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do appreciate y'all for having me, man, for real.
Yeah, hey, we appreciate you, man. Hey, and I want to send a shout out to my brother Sock, man. You know, he's black like me. He don't like to say it, but he's black too.
I'm brown.
You know, whatever. You know the Dominicans do, man.
Myself.
Hey, one quick thing before we hop off for here, man. You know, I just want everybody who gonna watch this, man. You guys can follow me on my Instagram, Bruce_Carrington. My Twitter is B_Carrington1. And you guys can. I really want y'all to tune in. Y'all on here too. I want y'all to tune in to my documentary. It's called Brownsville.
Promote.
Yes. Documentary. It's a 30-minute doc. It's called Brownsville Born. You guys can watch that on brownsvilleborn.com. It gives you, you know what I mean, a little backstory of what I've been through in my life, what I continue to fight through and everything like that, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? You guys might have to grab a box of tissues next to y'all, man. You know what I mean?
I was about to beat that. Listen, that's my boy there. My boy, he's from Brownsville. His family's from Brownsville. He moved to Jersey now, but he's from Brownsville. And he just said, real humble person, can't wait what the future holds for Shu Shu. That's my man, Tyrone Weeks. Real good friend of mine, and he's out in Brownsville. Well, he was in Brownsville. His mom's at BVO. Real quick, I got one last thing. I don't know if Saki got anything. I don't know if it's okay with you. I want to ask. Jose Aguirre had a little video of you, like when you was, I believe he was like 6 or 7. You know who Jose Aguirre is? Is it okay if I play a little bit of it right now? Like I think it was pretty cool. Like I mean,
on fire.
Can I on fire? Can I play a little bit right now?
Aguirre was his last name though.
Yeah. Aguirre is the last name, but his thing was like on fire. So is it okay?
Jose on fire. Yeah.
Can I play a little bit of right now? It's okay.
Yeah, for sure. Do your thing.
All right. It's quick. All right, hold on, guys. This is pretty cool.
At the Manhattan Center and back by popular demand, Shu Shu. Now, how you feeling today?
I'm good. My birthday was Monday. No, I'm fighting Saturday. It's in the Bronx. I'm fighting the Junior Olympics. If I win that, I'm gonna go to the finals.
Right. So, how's training coming along for your fight on Saturday?
The training is good. I got my jab on pack, with my slipping, my power. I'm gonna knock him out.
Right. So, what does it mean to you to be able to represent in the Junior Olympics?
Me to represent the Junior Olympics. Yeah.
How does it feel to you to represent?
Represent? I think I'm gonna feel happy. You know, I'm going. Sometimes every time I fight, but sometimes I be shy to fight. I be scared a little. But when I go in the ring, I drop that, do my thing.
So what you're saying is that when you're in the ring, you feel most comfortable.
Yeah.
So what can these people expect from you besides your jab?
Besides my jab, well, I want them to expect to see more movement from my head, see my combinations, and I want them to see me knock them out.
So how important?
I'm gonna leave it. That was super dope. That was dope. And you could tell you was mad focused, even at a young age, and you was gonna get him out of there. That was your goal. Knock him out, bro. I think that was super dope, bro.
Yo, man, y'all guys, man, y'all funny, dude. It's so cringe to watch my old videos, man. But my pops and Jose helped me get so comfortable in front of a camera and so comfortable doing interviews and talking the way I'm able to talk now, to where it's like, yo, it's like now when I'm talking, it's like I'm just talking to you guys like I'm in my living room or my bedroom, you know what I mean? It's just like a day-to-day thing to me. Yeah, but Jose, man, like he was one of the first guys to really put me on the scene. Like I was the only, like, you know, little dude on boxingscene.com around that time, and it really pushed me, you know, to new heights, and, you know, little early promotion and popularity coming up in Brownsville and whatnot, and Brooklyn as a whole, to be honest. It kind of jump-started me in a positive way. So I just, you know, took that experience and took that and rolled with it, you know, throughout my whole amateur career and now to my professional career.
Nice. I was gonna get the one with you with the Mike Tyson tattoo.
Yeah. Word.
Hey, I don't know. Hey, I don't know if this is to be true, man, but I heard the ladies be on you, man. I heard they be on you, man.
Listen, I don't know about on any of that, man. I'm an engaged man. You know what I mean? I'm engaged. I don't care about no lady but my lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will say that Mike Tyson interview, though, that Mike Tyson tattoo, that was a better interview than the one you just put up. I wish you did put that one up.
I should have picked that one.
You should have put that one up. Yeah, man. But yeah, guys, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I want to kind of, you know, thank y'all for putting me on the show. And I really appreciate y'all. You know, Sock, I appreciate you for hitting me up and get me in tune, everybody, man. And hopefully we can do this again.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Appreciate you
donating our time. And go ahead, Sock. My fault. I'm sorry.
No, I was just say appreciate your time. As a parent myself, hearing you talk about your dad and plus the relationship I have with my father is heartwarming. You know? And if the world had a better relationship with their father, it'd be a much better world, man.
Definitely,
You know?
I agree.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. Like I said, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Shu Shu, I appreciate you, man, and I appreciate your time you gave to us, man. I look forward to seeing you again. You was mad humble, mad cool. I met you first time, and you was mad cool, dude, like a regular person, and that's why I appreciate you, and that's why I respect and love you, and I wish you nothing but the best. Hopefully, I see you soon, and thanks again, bro.
Is there a date coming up? A projected date? February, March?
Something in February for sure.
I'm hoping it's February 16th.
We'll see.
Yeah,
because I'll be there.
I'm putting promos up. Yeah, already, you know.
Right,
y'all stay tuned. I appreciate y'all.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, God bless, man.
God bless.
All right, man.
That was
what a good brother. Man. What a good brother, man.
Real good.
Yeah.
Real quick before we continue with our thing, but Geeko, Sock.
Yes.
The plug. Thank you very much. My man Sock, you know, hooked it up. You know, he's got a good relationship with a lot of these dudes. And, you know, Sock's a nice guy, no matter what BVO says, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to just openly thank you. Thanks to Socrates Palmer, my man, you know, one of my best friends in the world. You know what I'm saying? He's black and he's Dominican. All right, BVO?
El Negro.
And I appreciate the Sock. You guys can go ahead and we could, you know, continue. But that was dope.
Yeah, man. You know, he's genuine. You know, you know, I think he's very transparent. It is, you know, you get what you get, and he said he was going to come through, man of his word, and you know, he appeared on the show, man. And like I said, not because he was just on the show. I really think, you know, next time we have him on, you know, and I mean, in the future, we're going to refer to him as champ. You know, I think he's going to have a really, really bright future and a great career.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to you, Sock, man, because when you in the community doing stuff for kids, man, it's a very hard thing. You don't get a lot of love for it. But those kids remember that, man. You know, a lot of the kids call me Uncle Buck. I'm telling you, man, salute to you doing that, man, because you don't know what you're doing, how that affected somebody's life, man. And it's good to hear that, man. Because, you know, hey, as black brothers, man, we always do this. So it's always good to see you carrying on that tradition, man.
Like Whitney said, children are the future, right?
For sure. But
Dub, right side, that documentary is tonight.
Yeah.
The documentary's tonight.
Oh my God.
You know, it
Real
was.
quick, I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. I apologize dearly because I didn't acknowledge the chat. I was watching the chat. I saw all you guys. I really appreciate everybody that came through, whether it was BVO's channel, my channel, or D-Free's channel. I appreciate it. I wanted to, extend this to D-Free and BVO because this, BVO is a little, funny dude, but I like BVO. He's funny. He's entertaining. I like BVO. D-Free's been on many times. I consider him a brother as well. And, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to spread this out as much as possible because I really do believe that Shu Shu's going to be a future star. And I just want to acknowledge everybody in the chat. If I know I didn't shout you guys out, but I saw you and I love you and I appreciate you guys coming through and checking this out. So y'all guys can go ahead. I wanted to do it because I usually shout out the chat and I didn't get to do it. So.
Well, Tom, you from the Bronx, and we know you can't read. I mean,
Wow.
That's a lot to ask, brother.
Wow.
Go ahead, Sock. I cut you. My bad, bro. I was thinking.
Hey, but I gotta say this, man. Salute to Quee, Doug, my man G5, Josh Sanders, man, Queso Boy, Tyrone, man, everybody, Marky Dan, everybody that support, man. I love that. I don't take it for granted. Being a consecrated is not easy. You really be happy to be at it. Like today, I was like not having the best day, and it's always good to get on YouTube with family and have some fun, man. It really is.
Nah, for real. And that's what it's all about. I do this for fun. I mean, let me tell you, me and Sock, we known each other for over 30-something years, right, Sock? And
yeah,
I think we wanted to do something like this years ago, but we wanted to do it more like we have our friends on and just talk shit. Because that's all we do. We talk shit, and we all like different teams. And we go at it. You think we're about to fight sometimes. But it's all love after it. And that was the whole idea to begin with. And then it was like, I kind of got into this. My man Drew Titan, shout out to him. He kind of got me into YouTube, and he kind of connected me with a lot of folks here, like D3 and a few others in the chat, like G5 and Southern T. You know what I'm saying? And we said, let's do it. Let's do something. And boom, it is. It's a hobby. You know what I'm saying? I like this. It's fun. We're here to talk. We talk boxing. We talk sports. We talk football. We talk, we talk our ish and we have fun with it. So, I mean, it's not here to like, I know we go on and we roast each other and shit like that, but it's all fun. It's all love. Nobody want to fight anybody or take it serious.
Do this for fun, man.
But we know
Hey,
what
real quick,
go ahead.
I wanted to ask my brother Soccer question. So this is my first time really getting to speak to the brother. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to you. Appreciate you doing everything you're doing for the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not real familiar with this, so I want to ask, what's your background as far as boxing go? How do you know these fighters? What do you do for the sport? What's your background, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I'm a fan, and first and foremost, lifelong fan. My resume in 5 seconds, as far as boxing, I used to write for a website called boxingtalk.com back in 2003. I was a guy. I would go to the fights, give the results, interviewed a lot of fighters. I've been part of a radio show called Ring Talk with Pedro Fernandez for about 15 years now. And just been lucky enough to be around some pretty cool people. As far as like a profession on the inside, I've gotten, before that I did some publicity work for some fighters. I worked with a couple of middleweights, Giovanni Lorenzo, who fought for a world title. I was a PR person for him. Joan Guzman, I served as an interpreter for him.
There he goes right there.
Oh, wow. Right on. The interns are on point today.
I figured I knew he was going to get to Joan Guzman. I had it on deck.
That's and I would say the last about 10 years I've been on the inside working with fighters as a strength and conditioning coach. So just always been around the game. I loved it.
Well, man, shout out to you. Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say, shout out to you, brother, because we appreciate you allowing us to have your time for you to put us in contact with these fighters, man. Shout out to you. Much love and respect, man. This for fight fans like myself, you know what I'm saying? I told everybody up on the panel right now. I was like, bro, y'all interviewing Shu Shu. I'm gonna be there, nigga. I'm about all of that. I love Shu Shu. You know what I'm saying? So much love and respect for you giving us these opportunities.
Yeah, I
Let
mean,
me add something because Sock is very humble and he's a nice guy. Sock is also a strength and conditioning coach as well. He works with some fighters out here in the Bronx. He's got a couple fighters, couple prospects. We had interviewed a few weeks ago. He was in the big fight, Maelo Villarreal. You know, he works with him. We had a fight 2 weeks ago in Ofacio Falcon, who's a prospect who. Well, we'll talk about that later because we might have him on next week. Who may be fighting soon, and we'll probably promote that. You know, Sock works
Falcon
with
can fight.
fighters at the
Falcon can
gym.
fight.
Yeah, and he's the Sock's been in the gyms, and that's how he meets these guys. And he wrote, you know, for the website, and he's done a lot of interviews, man. And you know, I know Sock is a very humble dude, so you know, I gotta kind of praise him up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead, Sock.
And don't forget, Sock's a black man too.
Yeah, and Sock, you know, he has
Oh,
backup. Look at
Lord.
Sock killing Tony
Lord
Walnuts.
have mercy.
I gotta talk to Mark Zuckerberg, man. I got my I thought my profile was in
I
private.
gotta talk to Mark Zuckerberg.
But he ain't Asiatic though. He's not
Yeah,
Asiatic.
I appreciate everyone that came through and watched the interview we did with Shu Shu, Carrington. It was a great interview. Shu Shu, you know, sky's the limits for this kid. I would recommend that everybody check out BrownsvilleBorn.com. It's a nice little documentary video on Shu Shu, on his career and him growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. I think you would really enjoy it. You might even shed a tear or two. It's a tearjerker, and it's really, really good. I recommend you guys watch this documentary sometime today, tomorrow, this week, or after you watch, you know, the interview today. I'll post the link in the chat as well, but it's BrownsvilleBorn.com. Just so you see it on the screen, Brownsville Born, one word. It's two words, but put into one.com. And like I said, I'll post it in the description of the video. And once again, I appreciate everybody that came through Friday night, and I appreciate everybody that's checking out the video here as I, you know, edit it to the shorter version of just the video and some shout outs towards the end to some content creators and some, you know, people as well. So, you know, as you also will see that we kind of like turn it into an interview of my friend Socrates as well, and his place in the boxing world. So, thank you once again, and hope everybody has a healthy and happy new year, and happy holidays to everybody. Take care.